Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to a really cool project created by a guy by the name of Valefor. I'm terrible with these it sounds like, Game of Thrones-esque medieval name. Anyway, name aside, take a look at this. This is his project, his Spyro the Dragon project, Artisans Revisited. As you are seeing here, you are seeing basically a HDified, PS3, PS2 sort of style version of the Artisan's home. Now this is done by someone that is, I believe, in university, so he's not that old. It's just essentially a one-man team. Spyro Springs Savannah's Monocled Potato, I believe, supplied some of the rig for Spyro, so that's why it's quite excellent, quite a far developed stage. This has been developed over the past 4 or so months, and it's, as of this point, it is not really continuing much beyond this because the creator wants to actually make his own sort of Spyro-esque fan game, not Spyro fan game. Actually, I won't even call it, it's not even a fan game, sorry, Spyro game. I'm just so used to saying fan game because of all the projects we see. They want to make like a Spyro-esque game, kind of in a similar vein to how Nitro, the game Nitro that I showed about a month back, that is not a Spyro game, that's a Spyro-esque game. It's sort of, modeled after Spyro. Unfortunately, they didn't finish like that. Well, intentionally, I guess, for this point, to try and make it as finished as possible in this sort of main area, they didn't show the toasty or the the town square areas on purpose. But overall, I think it's really, really cool. Especially, you got to remember, this is, basically a one-man team. There was someone that also worked on the particle effects for the the flame as well. So it's kind of got, to me, it's got a more whimsical vibe than the original Artisans. That's one thing I noticed. Like, it feels more like the graphical style reminds me of something that you would get in one of those like fantasy games that you would see on like a current platform. It's really hard to explain, but some of the assets remind me of stuff I've seen before. But overall, I think it's a pretty damn excellent rendition of the original world. Now, one cool thing that they decided to do, Valefor, sorry if I get it wrong, but I'm just going to say Valefor, is they've actually included a level called Crystal Cave, which, hey, I would love to see it. If you're ever going to continue it, just make Crystal Cave for us. The reason why he wanted to make Crystal Cave is because he's a massive fan of this homeworld, of the first homeworld, and thought that it deserved more love. And in a hypothetical, let's say you're playing this game, he wants people to play this homeworld for longer, sort of immerse himself in the homeworld for longer. So I kind of like that idea. That's pretty cool. Notice that you can't die by falling in the water, so that's more of a modern Spyro flair there, more of a modern Spyro mechanic. However, you can die in the what's it called? One of the the deep water that's going to the sea, which you're about to see in a minute. So in terms of the actual gameplay and stuff like that, I don't believe this will be released. It's more of a tech demo type thing. I think they're a little bit concerned about the impending threat from Activision. This will be shared on some other, I believe, even more popular pages on Facebook. And you know how cease and desist can go. Just ask the Bullet Club. Just ask, those guys. Cease and desist are real, and they cost people a lot of money if you don't own like a trademark or whatever. And Spyro is owned by Activision, as you know. But yeah, I think this is still a very, very cool thing, a very cool tech demo, and I guess it's essentially what I would call really a tech demo. But the exciting thing, I guess, is that it shows that there are people out there that are huge fans of Spyro that want to make their own Spyro stuff and stuff in a similar vein. So if we get some new Dragon 3D platformer out of it, I don't really care that it's not going to be Spyro, because after all, we don't own the rights to Spyro, so you may as well get something that you can get monetary value out of, that you can actually release and sell for money, rather than do this and then eventually maybe get caught by Activision or something like that. Not that that's attacking any of the fan games that we have going right now, because they're excellent, but there is also that risk. But they're aware of that risk. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Let Valefor know. He'll be posting onto his channel, so I'll make sure to link it there. Make sure you throw all the support behind it, and I would definitely suggest actually checking out his channel as well, because that way, you know, if he starts working on, you know, a new Dragon 3D platform or thing, everyone can keep updated, which I think is a great idea. I think that, yeah, as I said, this is the best way to keep Spyro, you know, living on, you know, because after all, we do have a lot of fan games going on right now, and there's so many to track, which is very exciting as well. But I think that, you know, people working on new ones and in this sort of similar style could be really, really cool. And I guess, you know, you'd be able to put your own ideas more, because I know that the more things that you change in like these old game, you know, old video games, the more people complain. You know, look at the Insane Trilogy, they change one little thing and people get annoyed. Whereas for me, if you ask me to do like a new version of a game, I would want like improvements, I would want changes. Say for example in Insane Trilogy, more cutscenes. Of course I'd want that, but you would get a contingent of fans complaining about that. But anyway, that's enough of this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Very, very cool job. Let me know what you think. I think it's a fantastic job. Also, you know, just not to like hand wave away criticism, but you know, this was essentially done over a short period of time by one guy, and I think it's a fantastic, fantastic job. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Here's some cool pictures to send out the video. Thank you very much for your support, and I shall see you later.
Now this actress is having problems. Everybody sees her as Evelyn.